Who's that? Oh, yo. Slime. There we go. Can you hear the guest? Now that's the question. You okay there?
Oh my god. Yeah, that's like my favorite thing to do every time I look up. I just like wank.
Why? Oh, it's like wah. Okay, I get it now. Signature slime time. Let's go. Why am I here? This should be no sane and just a slime time. I don't know why I keep trying to tell myself. Let's see. Is that better?
Just slime.
Too much. If I'm here, it's too much jiggling. Too much jiggling in here. I need to put my. I need to put my stuff away. But hey, okay. I'm gonna stop. I need to pay respect. Okay. Hi. Let me check my size here. I have to ask you a question. How canonically big is your slime?
So I cheated with that whole thing. Yeah, I'd say, you know what, like knee height towards like an average person.
Yeah.
But I also was just like, but I can be like a small to fit in your pocket or big enough to be a beanbag. I chained for the occasion. I was like, I don't want to think of how tall I am.
Well, yeah, you're right. Oops, sorry. With most VTubers, I'm pretty sure I can tell the height either by some kind of canonical stuff, but it's a slime. It's a slime. You can flex to whatever your needs are. So it's like, how tall should I make them in the window? Should I make it big, small? Can I just light myself under there and you'd be like, you can be on my head? Because I've seen you on other VTubers' head.
Yeah. So exactly, I think that's the whole thing. Is just like whatever the occasion fits. I think I've given a slime hat to Yomi and Garrett.
Oh, let's go.
They wear that sometimes. I think in Yomi's hat roulette or whatever they do, which I love that so much. But yeah, I just kind of have fun and like go wherever.
Exactly. Yomi has my bolts. It seems like every previous guest that we've had, we talk about Yomi either at the beginning or at the end or midway. She keeps getting mentioned around.
Well, Yomi like did everything very, very well. Like blew up very quickly and is consistently doing really, really well. And I'm very, very happy because I remember our first interaction. I'm just like, it's really cool to see like how far they've come in such a short amount of time. Yes.
It's truly an honor to have them as a friend too. And that's what I like about this community, honestly. I'm meeting all kinds of people.
Oh yeah.
When did we meet each other? On the Twitter, or should I say the X? I believe.
The X.
Yes.
I want to say it was like at least like 4 or 5 months ago because I didn't really start doing Twitter until like February or March, like and really like being active on it. So it had to have been around there.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, and most importantly, I haven't asked you, what name can we call you by? I think that's a question I should ask everyone at the beginning. I got too comfy.
So I have a game where I go into chats and I wait for people to say my name to see if they're gonna pronounce it right.
All right, then. Should I try? Okay, I have your name literally written above your head right now. Let me read it with my Puerto Rican accent. Let's see. Ciaran.
Nope.
Ciaran.
So even after telling people, they will forget it because it's Irish. It's Irish Gaelic. It's Ciaran.
Ciaran.
So
the frick?
Yes.
I would have never guessed there was a K in there.
I've gotten I think 5 people have gotten it right. Like upon like me entering chat once, but I tell people just to call me Knil or CK or Slime or honestly CK. Whatever.
I'm gonna keep calling you Ciaran. That's Ciaran.
Exactly.
I will not
That's kind
remember.
of how it goes.
Just trust me when I said I will not remember, because I think you entered my chat in a couple other occasions, and I'd be like, "Oh, Ciaran," and you'd be like, "Oh my god, that's embarrassing."
Yeah, I'm just here like, "Yep, that's me."
That's me. No, whatever. It's whatever at this point. I guess when it comes to names, I've seen people call me either Cian or Sign or different ways of saying the accent of the word. I kept it simple, 4 letters. People. Like, but that's fine.
I mean, it's always fascinating when how people will pronounce things.
Ciaran on the ceiling. Raynorvac. Hello. Welcome, first time chat. That's someone you may know.
Hey, Rain. That's another slime.
Yo, let's go. More slimes. Well, speaking of slimes, that's a good segue. I guess instead of asking you all the hobby questions, I'm gonna ask you the most important question as a VTuber.
Okay.
Why a slime?
Why is slime? So
why? Because I got a lot to say.
So for me, at first, like when I started doing, like trying to do content myself, I was calling myself a trash goblin. I forgot where I got that from. And at one point, someone had asked me, it's like, yeah, like I get trash goblin is like this, and this, but what race is your character? And I was like, that's a good question. So I turned to some of my friends and I was like, hey, if I was like a creature or like a monster, what would I be? 90% of them just said you're a slime.
You're a slime. Oh.
And I was just like, okay. But it was at the time everyone was like really watching. That time I got reincarnated as a slime, so they were like thinking of Rimuru, and I was like, you know what? I'll take that. I'll take it.
Yes.
And the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm a slime. I'm just there, and I just kind of exist. So yeah, I'll be a slime. And then the first rendition of the slime, I love it so much, but the artist who made it does not like it because the current model we have is apparently so much better, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
I still keep that original one around because I love it. But then the artist I work with took the original, and since we hang out a lot, we play video games together, they tried to put my personality into it. And they did an absolutely fantastic job, and I have not looked back since.
That's sweet. At least that's like all the connections you make along the way are pretty interesting. I have amazing experiences with people that have been an artist of mine, and also sometimes where it's just like, that's it. I did the job for you. Toodaloos. Bye bye. It's like
like bye bye.
Yeah, it's fair. I guess so. As long as they're not like stealing the money. No, whatever.
That's a big one. I'm so picky with the artists that I work with. I think I've only really worked with three involving this character. So I lost count. Probably over like 20 now because of so many commissions that I make, and I was sometimes known as like the person with tons of VTuber models, because when we met I didn't even have this model that I have right now since I debuted this. I've seen your hair color change about 1 billion times.
That's a thing too.
I think I remember like what the older one looked like.
Speaking of the old one, I guess I can say this now. At some point, since you spoke about your lore, and I guess I should say this, I think maybe I mentioned it to you briefly on like a comment or something like that. The reason I have a little slime next to me, it's because I'm an ordinary slime. I was supposed to be on the realms of being a slime creature that could just like shape shift into other, other beings.
I like that.
And that's why I have this transformation. So what you see right now, the slime is, and what you see right now, the slime, it's basically like my it's my weak form, my beginner form. It's like a Digimon, So if I get really weak, I turn into that, or I can just deliberately turn into that little slime down there, and that's where there, and that's the original color. I should change it because it's not red. It's actually if we're talking about original, like OG Sane, my hair was gonna be like red, dark red, but the first VTuber that I had, it looked a little nicer in like an orange red. So that's where that's how it just kept evolving into like orange as the main color. So yeah.
I think that's the best thing about like being a slime is you can really just make your character whatever you really want it to be. Because if you get bored of like your original shape, you can just kind of be like, oh, I'm this now. Or like make a humanoid form or make whatever. And I think that's really, really cool. And that's something I want to explore eventually, is like doing some random stupid shapes, but we aren't quite there yet.
Speaking of shapes, I have seen pictures where you take all kinds of like really cool opportunities to make awesome emotes. I like bringing pictures of here, either references to the stuff that I'm talking about. So let's bring one of them right now, because this one's one of my favorites. Everything that I see, I just get a chuckle out of it, and it has it's the Giga Chat. It's the Giga Chat.
Giga Slime, yeah.
The Giga Slime.
I love that thing so much.
Damn, I was gonna ask you, where are you gonna get a model like this that it's just like muscles, and you know how anime girl like hear me out. Let me pitch ideas into you right now. Can you get it so it has like jiggle physics on the pecs? I need to see
jiggle physics on everything.
Yeah, put them on the pecs. Make that chest like jump up and down really awkwardly.
Oh yes, like it's probably one of my favorites. I have a few that I really, really enjoy, but I forgot what I was doing. I was playing a game, and I was playing a game with friends, and we just started saying like Giga Slime, because I usually play like a Berserker or a Barbarian or any tank class in any game. And I ran out and was like, I told my partner, I was like, I need a Giga Slime.
Giga Slime. We need a Giga Slime.
And this is what it is. It's just following the dopamine.
I love it. I love this little reference here. You kept it very. I mean, every time that I see your posts are just so enlightening. You're a very friendly individual, and that's one of the things I like about you. I tend to gravitate toward people who are like just overly joyful on the community side, because I know that they say I can't believe I'm getting into the hot takes from the beginning, but it's the only reason I'm saying this is because you in particular are way too friendly. I'm like, oh dude, I want to collab with them, but I just keep like jumping into people that have like short schedules and stuff, and but finally we're done. We're trying to do this. We're finally here, and I'm so happy and so excited that I get to talk with you, honestly.
Yeah, it's great. It's very important to be friendly to the community and like be there for others. I always like say there's enough negativity in this world right now. I'd rather be a source of positivity to kind of like fight with it. That's why I started wanting to make content in the first place. So like might as well just do that. It's a lot hard. It's a lot of people will find this kind of weird. It's a lot harder to be completely positive and nice and caring. It's a lot more draining. It really, really is, because it's so much easier to just be like, I'm fucking upset, I'm depressed, I'm sad, I don't want to do this today. But I think the best thing about that is because you know what you need to hear in that moment. You know what someone needs to tell you. You know what you want to hear. So instead of posting, hey, I'm depressed, how about you tell everyone else what you want to hear in the moment? That's usually what half of my posts are. Is like me being like, what do I want to hear right now if I'm down? What do I want to hear right now if I'm like kind of at a wall? And that's when I get a lot of my, hey, you got this, you can do it, kind of thing.
You know what? You're correct. You're correct. I want to say I can take something from what you said just now and apply it to something that I've been doing recently, as of lately. And it's the part about posting what you're thinking at the moment. And sometimes my brain is just thinking all kinds of random things, all kind of random jokes. And I don't even think about it twice. I just grab a format, make a dumb meme out of it, and just post it on my... If I seem a little bit unhinged, but a little bit joyful about it, making fun, like, hey, when chat doesn't let me step on them or something like that, or it's just
I saw that one. I think that was like yesterday.
Yeah. Hey, stop throwing stuff. I'm in the interview, okay? Speaking of interview, I got a question to ask you, and also chat if you have questions for Knil. Make sure to drop them, or I'll grab the ones that we have previously done on Discord. What's your okay? So here's the question immediately on chat. What's your slime taste like? Do you have a taste
So
in particular?
canonically, we actually do have one.
Yeah, teach
Actually,
me.
cranberries and caffeine.
Cranberries and caffeine. You know that makes
Oh,
sense. Oh snap! It seems like we've been interrupted by a raid. Alden Fuldry came and stopped by. How handsome? How do you think? Oh, Ciaran. Oh, hello, well, Veilful
hail.
on chat. Veil. And also, thank you for the raid. And thank you for the follow. I keep getting stuff to say. I'm sorry.
You're all good. Don't even worry about it.
I never combo this fast in notifications. But anyways, yeah, welcome raiders. Enjoy your time. And also, okay, so the questions that I have here is about your taste. So the reason why I said teach me is because one of the things that I like to express myself with my VTuber who's a shapeshifter is I like to adapt myself to other people's, VTubers or characters. That's why I became mainly a shapeshifter and less of a slime. But it's because I want to learn from others. That's why I have a fish VTuber model, because there are plenty of VTubers on the sea, and of the sea.
There really are. There
Too many.
There really, really are.
But they're all awesome. And I like to that's why I got my own fish form, because it's like, I need to fit in. And the slime, I'm almost glad when I see someone else who's either a slime or on the same feel of it. You need a cup of that. You need a cup of cranberry caffeine. No joke.
I mean, it's I have probably enough caffeine to kill you, but
why?
I drink way too much. Because I drink way too much caffeine.
I like my coffee in the morning. I take at least one cup. I can't take more than two because it'll affect my head condition. That's why I got the bowls, keeping my head tight in. I was gonna say that a combination of cranberry and caffeine, has to be like not bad. I'm pretty sure I have tasted something like that before in one of those energy drinks. Too much of anything can kill you, theoretically. That's
wrong.
True. That's true. Even water, but we don't go. We you know what? Yeah, that's fair. I don't know what I taste like.
And I think it came down to cranberry because of my color and the fact that cranberry is probably one of my favorite flavors. Like I love cranberry and kiwi.
I love cranberry juice.
And cranberry doesn't get used. Cranberry does not get used in enough things, unfortunately. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm cranberry. I'm happy there.
There has to be a coffee flavor cranberry out there, honestly, because I have apple crisp and it's pretty good.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Yes. Apple caramel, and it's the season. Pumpkin spice overrated. Let's just get the cranberry out there somehow. But yeah, here's another question, and this one has to do with your taste in your hobbies in general. What kind of things? Okay. What's your vibe? What kind of things do you like in general?
So I like editing videos. I'm getting back into that slowly and surely. I play guitar, piano, and I sing. I very much am very musically inclined. I want to make music at some point, but it's been so long since I've picked up any of my instruments because of work that I'm having to re-practice everything and learn. Other than that, it's kind of just a lot of video games and just hanging out.
Yeah. Oh, it seems like we have someone saying hello in chat. Hello, Falco. How are you doing? What instruments? They said the piano and the guitar. Is that correct? Because they were re-asking in chat. That's
You're all good. Yeah, no, I have 2 acoustics, 2 electrics, and then I have my keyboard.
I always love it when people come here with very out of the ordinary taste and hobbies, because I want to ask this question. You know what? From now on, I'm gonna ask this question very broad just to see what people say. Because sometimes I straight up ask what's your taste in gaming, and it's well, of course we're all freaking gamers, we're streamers and VTubers. but you mentioned you're the first one that comes here straight up me with not the gamer stuff and the musical stuff, and I was yo, that sounds dope. You're different.
Hyperfixation is one hell of a drug.
Of course it is. But let's see. Oh, something that I want to say is that just reminds me. I don't know why I keep talking about myself, but holy shit, I'm gonna bounce something that I just thought about. It's the fact that I made an attempt to make music at the beginning of my VTuber career because I thought that, hey, it'll be cool if I started practicing all kinds of things because I want to be a self-made VTuber. I want to change around my own content. Nope, I was not good with music. To learn that, people told me like, don't focus on that because if you're focusing on too much stuff, it's gonna take your time. I already do that too much. I work and I try to draw. I'm a self-acclaimed artist that never draws.
That's one thing I'll never call myself as an artist. I can't. Like, I can maybe go into GIMP or Krita and make a stupid thumbnail.
Yeah, same here.
But that's about it. I can't, like, actually drawing something. I would definitely hyperfixate on it and something else would fall behind. Because it's funny that you mentioned trying to do so many things because I'm over here being like, I want to stream, I want to do YouTube, I want to edit, I want to make music, I want to do this, I want to do that. And you always need to come back to yourself being like, if I try to do too many things, nothing's going to get done because you just get decision paralysis and nothing happens. And then you just feel like shit because nothing's happened.
Shit. I need to curse for a minute because holy shit. You mentioned a topic that I mentioned in one of my podcasts, and it's about decision paralysis. I talk about that way too much, but I call it decision fatigue, where you start your morning and you try to do anything from picking your clothes to what you need to do in general, basic chores, and at some point you're gonna be like the most mundane task will just be like unbearable and unable to do it. You don't have the energy for it. It's a topic that I touch upon a lot because I get questions about that all the time.
Oh yeah, like I completely understand what you mean when you're just constantly like, I'm gonna do this, and then by about task number 6, even if it's just like doing the dishes or putting something away, you're just like, nope, I'm done.
Nah,
I don't have the energy for it.
I just rather doom scroll for like 3 hours than pick up than pick up the dishes or something like that. I've gone as far as to like attempt. I want to know how deep you are into. Because this is a question that I also ask to everyone who's like a content creator, because everyone. Okay, so I have all kinds of VTubers. At this point, I want to start asking this just to see because you told me that you started the VTubing recently, but in general, all of us have been eyeing, at least keeping a look on the content creator field. And my personal question to you is. What are some? Oh my goodness! Hold on. Wow, how can I word this? It's how. Okay, let's go step by step. How deep are you into this? Is this like your hobby, or do you consider this a part-time?
Right now, I am forcing myself to keep a hobby mentality.
Okay.
Because do I want to do this full time? Do I have the creativity and the drive to do this full time? Yes. Is it feasible financially and sustainably for me? No. So if I start looking at it in the beginning as like, oh, this is my part-time job, I'm going to stress myself out. I'm a workaholic. That's not a good thing. So I keep this in my head every time I start to think about it, like, oh, I didn't get any subs this stream, or like I start to stress out. I'm like, dude, this is a fucking hobby. Shut up. I literally have, this is so funny. I've talked to a few people about this. I have like a little notepad that is not for ideas. It is not for timestamps. It's not for plans. It is for me to yell at myself.
Timestamp to yell at your timestamp to yell at yourself.
So if I'm getting stressed or I'm thinking about too many things, or I'm like thinking about this like a job or too seriously, I take out this notebook and I write to myself, shut up, have fun. You're not doing this for your living. Enjoy yourself. Because you can tell yourself that like mentally and be like, okay, but that's not really gonna do much. When you see those words written out, at least for me, it has more of an impact. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. And then I like go back about my day and I can focus a little bit more. It's kind of just a way to reel myself in.
Okay. No, I'm listening honestly, and this is actually a super positive way to see that. I like the way you give that look to it. I think I can take that into my own and see if I can actually apply it, because I sometimes listen to my own streams to like detect things that I can like fix, or just little things that I need to like just focus on instead of stressing in general. Sometimes it helps.
Yeah.
There's people who find it taboo to look at your own content, because you'll notice even more that you'll stop enjoying it if you stop. Some people may stop enjoying it if you start to hyper analyze it instead of treating it like the hobby it should be.
Exactly.
Because we have to be realistic about this. I'm glad, and I'm gonna be real for you. I'm speaking out of the field of VCS, which is usually a more standard, happy go around. Let's talk to VTubers. I had a feeling that I could talk about something like this with you, and I can relate to it.
Yeah, I'm definitely someone who I don't shy away from like topics about anything like that. I'm kind of an open book. I get the same way with my chat. Like when I have a rough day, I talk about it. Am I just chatting before anything like that? And I have people come in and talk to me about their days. It's like, I'm not going to be over here like, I am this perfect, happy slime. If you are not smiling and cheery like 100% of the time, I'm going to be mad. No, I'm just like everybody else. I am an individual. I feel everything else. And like, it is what it is. I feel like a lot of people, especially content creators, VTubers especially, they make this character and they're like, I have to be this character. I have to be this. And when that happens and you start to blur the line between yourself and that character, I've seen so many people lose a lot of like what made them what they're doing.
Yeah.
And like they don't remember why they started. So unabashedly, I'm like, yeah, I'm a slime, but I'm still me. Like I'm not gonna ever put on a face being like, nope, only happy, jiggly, bouncy. No, I'm gonna express myself in every way.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. I can totally see your point when it comes to that. I even thought, like I mentioned earlier before, that you're like a bundle of joy in your Twitter, but it's because you I said that, but I what I meant for when I say that is because I'm always glad to see your posts when I see them scrolling around. It's like always seeing like just more nice friends, more positivity in my timeline. I like that, but I don't like to quote back to what you say about the happy slime. It made me remember the meaning of toxic positivity or something like that. Those
exactly.
There was a time where people were making fun of those people that used to go like, "Ooh, we'll drink water," and it's like, ooh, it's like,
yep,
it's like, ooh, it's the meaning behind that. It's so bizarre because it's just those kind of people who like, yeah, I'm very positive, but let's badmouth about all these other things. But when you go back to me, oh, we'll drink water. It's like, oh my god, it's how can someone encapsulate such a definition behind just those two words? And you can totally like in the snap of a finger completely understand what kind of people they're talking about.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like toxic positivity it's rampant and it's weird. Because like for so long we were like toxicity is just all this negative, all this and all that. Now people are just like, if you're not happy, you suck. I'm like, God, what the hell? And
it's okay to be real sometimes, on your streams. Everyone just get real, but at the same time, if you don't make your personal diary your Twitter, because it's gonna make you look kind of bad if you're trying to like make it grow somehow, because it's awkward. It's like, ooh, like it's happened to me. It's happened to me. I'm gonna confess. I just counted. I've had over 40 collabs, and there's people who are like, oh, Zane, I would like to collab with you. And then I check their timeline. It's like, I wanna, I wanna shred everyone apart. And it's like, oof. I don't think it's the time to be talking with you right now. I'll talk to you when you're in a better headspace. And I haven't told them, like, that's just me in my head telling, analyzing the situation. Because I mean,
that's smart. That's very smart, because then when they come on, they're gonna be like, that's a reflection of themselves.
Yeah, be approachable, like, please.
Yeah, personal life is personal life. It doesn't need to be vetted out on the internet. Doesn't need to be vetted out on your feed. I understand wanting to blow off steam.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like we've gotten to this point where we just want to vet everything out online, and and like the filter is going farther and farther away for some people. And it's just like, calm down, take a breath, take a step back, go take a nap.
Absolutely.
Come back later.
No, that's fair. Anyways, I got more questions here, and this one has to do with the questions that I got from like Discord in the past. Let's start in VCS old fashioned. Let's ask you questions about your VTuber. You mentioned somewhat some of the origins of your VTuber. Let's keep it nice and nice and simple. But do you have an extensive VTuber lore, or do you just like like the idea?
I did write it. I wrote like I like writing short stories. I wrote one for myself to be a little bit more connected and help, because it's hard to look at your character and be like, oh, this is me. I helped kind of make it more me and how I tied into it. The beginning's funny. It's kind of just like little slime in a demon army was a vanguard tank, because yes, my slime is a tank class. Deal with it.
Tank
and
slime.
one day, like, it was just tired of like constant nonsensical fighting in the demon world, so it went to the human world and ended up on an island. And started like traveling around, meeting all the people there and learning how to make food, because I'm a chef. And it's just one of those things where I literally like,
you just got job after job.
So I just started learning how to cook everything, and then eventually left the island to go and travel to share joy and food with everybody, which obviously that's kind of my thing. So there's like the little breakdown snippet of this like 2-page thing that I wrote.
That's perfect. That's perfect. You kept it straight to the point, and what I could pick up from that is that you had so many jobs as a slime. You're a chef.
Yeah.
You're a tank. You're in the demon world. It's like, oh my goodness. It goes deep. My lore is that I just make it the fuck up on the spot. I transform. Deal with it. I just have VTubers that I just like to transform.
I have fun. Yeah, what else do you need?
Nah, my lore is that I build my lore with chat, and I build my lore with like every VTuber that I meet little by little. That's what it's been like.
That. Okay.
Yeah. And hello, Cupid. Thank you for the shout. Thank you for stopping by. So yeah, and here's another question. It has to do, I guess, with the origins of your name. You said it was Celtic. Celtic, was it correct? Yeah.
Gaelic.
Yeah. My bad. I'm bad with words.
Don't even worry about it.
But let's see. Has that always been like your gamer name, your user tag for a while, or did you just make it up with the VTuber?
So when I wanted to kind of start making content on my own and like doing my own thing, I was like, I want something that is me, that is just me. And I'm a huge Legend of Zelda nerd. So originally I was just going to be called Knil, which is literally just Link backwards.
Oh, okay. Wow, I see that now. Holy shit. Why did I never thought about that?
When I looked up users with that, there were so many people who had the same idea, right? So original. I was like, okay, I can make it like a last name and I can look something up. I just found out
so right there,
that I'm like mostly Irish through like ancestry.
Okay.
That's okay. I like that. I really like Irish, the culture and everything. So I'm like, okay, let's go look at some Gaelic names. I'm an edgy little shit. So I was looking up like, like dark or something like edgy, like in Gaelic.
Okay.
Ciaran translates to little dark one.
Little dark one, Knil. Oh my god, that's actually what a title! Shit, that's actually like a really cute title. Oh my god, I love it.
So I was just like, you know what? This fits so well. I love it. And I literally, it's so funny. Like, I know how to say it now. But I had to look up on YouTube how to pronounce it.
See, it's not just us. It's
so
you too.
I'm sitting here like, okay, how do I pronounce this goddamn name? Because I wanted to be accurate, right?
Yeah.
I
Slime
remember going to
buddies.
YouTube,
Let's
typing
go.
it in how to pronounce Ciaran, and it's like, okay,
Oh.
cool, thank you.
Oh snap. I accidentally toggled the wrong color. I was supposed to turn myself red, but I turned myself blue into the slime.
Oh, that. But yeah, that's how I got the name.
Yeah. Speaking of, I wanted to go back to the one of the animes that you mentioned, and it's like one of my favorite of all time. People know that I have an obsession with Rimuru from that time I got reincarnated into slime. Speaking of, one of the biggest fans of that anime just dropped by. Hello, Eleanor. Bitch, you finally made it here. That's why it's a personal friend. So I just said hi. I know who that is. Hey, don't do that to me. You just arrived just here. Anyways, now going back to it, have you watched the anime like that time I got into?
Oh yeah, I literally went to the movie in theaters.
Oh my god, I'm jealous.
I love it.
I'm so fucking jealous.
I absolutely love it.
I'm so freaking jealous. Let's go. But yeah, I have an obsession with Rimuru Tempest. That's my I have like over like 15 figures of the dude like next to me.
Nice. That's awesome. Like I absolutely love the series. I love the manga.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it to continue. So
I got the visual. Not the visual. It's like a light novel. I just got the first volume of the light novel. It's
nice.
it's just letters. I need to read. So it's like it's gonna take me some time to like fixate on that because I keep putting it aside. It's like right next to my bed. I'll read this before I go to bed little by little.
That's me with Overlord because that's all graphic novel.
Shh, how great
and I'm just like I can't read it. Like god damn it, it's so long.
Yes, we all know that I'm going to make a cosplay of. Okay, you know this is a perfect segue of an unfortunate event. So I've been a VTuber for about a year, and I've done I've never done really like subathons and events like that until recently where I started doing them. And I had the first one at the beginning of the month where I made some goals just the same way. And one of the goals was to cosplay Rimuru.
Nice.
But anyways, going to the goals topic, what I wanted to go is that I asked you before if we could talk a little bit about just to educate people on that experience, and it's the Gamers Outreach charity event.
Yes. that was a lot of fun. That was very, very fun.
Yeah, I'm glad it was fun. It was very fun for me too. I felt okay. So I only talked with like one previous creator, and it was Red Joker. We had an amazing time. But as someone who's just beginning to do this kind of thing, I just wanted to ask people what their experience was, what you did, what you learned from something like that, and did you just your overall experience. Because let me see myself, just so I can give you a time to like think about that. Something I can say is that I wish I had more days to stream, because I remember vividly when I was like during that week of the Gamers Outreach, I saw you streaming at your regular hours, and I was like, man, I wish I could have done more than one day. And then when I saw you doing it multiple days, because I was there lurking in your chat as well.
Oh God, you were there when everything crashed.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I only picked one day because unfortunately it was like a heavy work week, and at the same time it was just a very, very just like full week of events that I needed to do before that. So, and it just landed, but fortunately at the end of the day and during the charity day, we did manage to get the goal. My personal goal was 500, and we successfully made it. And I'm so glad that to the community to help me so much with that. And I wanted to know your experience. What did you do with it? What did you play? What was your overall? You can share with us.
It was a lot of fun. It's definitely the most professional thing I've ever done, because like the guy who reached out to me was like, here's all the promotional material, here's all this shit. And I was like, whoa, okay, I've never never dealt with anything like that before in this kind of industry. So it's kind of just like, okay, this is really cool. I'm very glad that they were like, just stream on these days, here's your week, set up whatever works for you and do that. I'm like, okay. and they walked you through everything. It was really, really nice to see all the VTubers and how much we all raised. I set a very small goal for myself because, you know, I'm still very new to this. And I was just like, hey, I'm just gonna do this every like $10 donated. I'm gonna put a slime hat on the stream because I have like a redeem in my chat for a slime hat. Everyone up until that point was like, can we stack them, please? And I was like, you know what? You can stack them. And I think the thing that I learned was not so much about the charity. It's more just like on the communication between like browser sources.
Oh boy.
And
OBS
boy. As a media source in general.
Yes.
About how many images you can add before everything crashes. Because I think Gamers Outreach tweeted a photo of me just being like, that's a lot of slimes. Like my entire screen, my overlay just turned into slimes.
Yeah.
And it was just so, I learned more about the limitations of OBS than anything else, but also I learned a lot about like just how loving this community is.
Yes, it can be.
Because like being a part of like a normal content creator community, there's a lot of toxicity. There's a lot of like 90% of regular creative spaces are very toxic towards each other. But in the VTube community, I've learned like a lot more people are more caring.
Yeah.
I think it was like my biggest takeaway from everything. Exactly. Hold on. Let me get mine.
Hey, yo, you also have toggles?
Here, hold on 1 second. There we go.
Holy crap. Okay, hold on a second.
I can't do more than 2.
That's fine. Hold on.
No.
Hey, I'm just stacking them.
There we go. That works.
More slimes. More slimes? Okay, fine, chat.
Yes.
More slimes. I was trying to find it.
Oh my god.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but the opportunity. How many slimes can Saint stack on top of the guest? That's fine. This is a one-time opportunity. Like, I have you here.
Yep. But no, my main takeaway from everything was just how kind and caring so many people were. And it was so great to see like how much we did for charity. That I love this. I love this so much. Hold on.
This is so cursed. I just stacked myself on there too. Let's go.
There we go. There we are.
Wait, the emotes. I should put a slime emote. I don't know why I haven't done it yet. Yeah. All right, let's just shrink ourselves so we can fit better in there. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh. Stop throwing emote at me. Alright, so what's the freaking...
There we go.
Yippee. There you go. All right. Anyways,
okay. This is the stream now.
This is okay. No, I'm just gonna keep this slime.
This is what you wanted.
Yeah. Anyways, let's continue in old fashion for the audio listeners. Question. All right. The next questions that I got for you has to do with advice for streamers who want to begin being a streamer.
I have a laundry list, to be honest, but
oh lord.
Well, I'm also coming off of like finding all of these fixes for so many things last weekend that completely drove me insane that no one talked about.
Sorry, I'm being stupid.
No, you're good. No. I love it. Don't even worry about it. I guess I'd probably have to go with like a top 5. Tips.
Shoot us.
So research, like look into it. Definitely there are a lot of helpful sites and a lot of things that will teach you what you can stream, and this is a really big one for a lot of people. I have the shittiest upload speed possible. I'd probably deal with 5.5 up max. But there is I think it's actually in Twitch, they have a part that tells you what upload speed supports this bit rate and supports this dimensions with this many locked frames. And it is a invaluable tip. I've helped my friends stream off of laptops with that. So I stream at 1080 by 720 at 60 frames per second with a 4500 locked bit rate. Ooh. And that is the best thing that I can stream at with 5 upload speed. And it's very important to know that, because some people have to work with those limitations, and finding a way to make it work is also like really, really, it's nice. And also another thing to a lot of people, I know that streaming at a higher quality is this really big thing. I want to stream at 4K. I want to stream at all this. Please understand, 80% of the people watching Twitch are on their phone. They're not going to see past 1080 by 720.
Yeah.
They're just not going to see it. So drop your processing power down so the performance of your system can kind of go higher. You're using the best that you possibly can. Also, don't overclock your bitrate, because if your GPU or your CPU is clocking out like 6500 or 8000 on your bitrate, but you're only streaming at like a 4500 bitrate, it's not really going to be like, you're going to just be wasting time. Sorry, that was a lot of technical stuff.
Nah, I'm gonna confess, I only understood like 30% of it, because when it comes to me,
you're all good. Like, I nerd out about this stuff, and I like to know this shit.
I am a dumb head. I am a bubble head. My appearance reflects my soul and my brain.
144p is your best friend. That's another thing with it.
Fried. He's just watching. Hungria likes watching fried memes and fried streams.
So the best thing about streaming at a lower quality also is, as affiliates or as like people starting out, we don't get server priority on Twitch. Partners and high earning affiliates do. So one day our chat or our viewers might be able to change the quality all the way down.
That's true.
Because there's not a people on. Other days it won't be. So it's better to just kind of even out that balance and give that possibility a lot easier. I think for mentally, my biggest, and I'm pretty sure you can hear this from everyone, turn your view count off. Turn your view count off. You need to have the same energy and the same kind of attitude streaming for one person as you would streaming for 100. The only difference is chat's moving. I go into every stream expecting no one to show up. I go in acting like I'm about to record a video for myself, having fun. So, and that's the main thing, is don't forget to have fun, because losing yourself in this is the worst thing you can do, and that's how you stop doing it. I've seen it happen to way too many people, unfortunately.
Okay. I don't listen to that advice. I am a masochist. No, but you're fair.
If it works for you, it works for you.
No. The truth is that I still have the same energy for everything and everyone, and even like during my collabs, I go with a script. I do what I can with my limitations. I have accepted that because I'm happy about it. I love streaming. It's one of my favorite pastimes, my favorite hobbies. It's my passion. It's partially my part-time. It's not fully my part-time, but it's still there's things about it where, you know, they're kind of part-time worthy in my book. So, but at the same time, you know, I want to keep realistic expectations. It is primarily a hobby where I'm trying to be very passionate about it. And this is why I love doing podcasts and all that kind of stuff, and just having a tons of guests and having a fun time. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, and if it works for you and like that's how it is, and that's perfect. I definitely know some people who are like, that viewer count is very important, and I want to make sure that, you know, if they see one person pop in, they're like, oh my God, this is great. They try and like immediately bubble up, and it make, you know, there's just something with, like, for me, I don't really talk about this anywhere. I have severe anxiety, and I deal with a lot of different things that can cause me to just collapse under that anxiety. Yeah. And sometimes for some reason, the numbers definitely are an easy way to just kind of like wire me to the moon and back, and just being like, oh, okay, I'm having a panic attack. This is fucking great. So I'd say that the best thing anyone can do when starting out to be a VTuber, not even just a VTuber, just content creator, like in general, is to do your research on what your hardware can handle.
Oh yeah.
Go into it as a hobby and have fun, and find ways to make the experience better for you, for your mental state. Because in the end, everything that anyone does is all personalized.
That's
so like
so
what
true,
I do
honestly.
isn't going to work for everyone else. You need to make it work for you. You don't make yourself work for Twitch. You make Twitch and your equipment work for you.
Yeah.
Because your safety and your mental health is more important than anything else.
Well said. Damn. You sound very pro at all this stuff. Like you have tons of research experience on all of it. Like I can't say all that. All I do is yell funny word, show sexy body, and learn from others.
My entire thing is I'm cute and I say fuck, so don't worry about it.
Somebody quoted that earlier on chat. They said that it's the quote. It's the wait, I accidentally grew in size. I hate it when Vtuber Studio does that way. I didn't lock myself, and sometimes I just expand. So
I don't think anyone else complained. Don't worry.
Okay, fine. No, it's about the whole where was that quote? Oh, never mind.
I'm an edgy shit.
Yeah, that one. My brain is
it's just one of those things where it's like I go into everything being like I'm gonna be unabashedly myself everywhere I go. So
yeah,
it leads to some of the best thing. It's funny that you mentioned ADHD and being scatterbrained so much, because I utilize that so much. Like I have weaponized everything in order to like make it work for myself. So my ADHD helps me bounce around to every topic. Like there's like dead air is one of those things that I don't like. So constantly talking and bouncing between everything, I'm so grateful for it.
No, it's understand. I try my best, because when I get heavy into the topics, the tangents, I go super hard and I start talking really fast, nonstop, and people tell me like, yo, Shane, please, like, calm down. Your balls are gonna explode when I start like just like jumping from one topic to another when I'm talking. Like earlier you mentioned Zelda, and my brain was like, oh, Zelda, I'm playing Zelda. Let me talk about Zelda. And like, no, saying this is a Vtuber interview. You can't be talking about Zelda right now. It's like, yeah, but the name is right there. It's
time
Link.
And place.
Link.
Time and place.
It's like Link backwards. It's right there on the screen. Let me touch about that. It's like, oh, wait, no, never mind. Let me calm down. But no, you're definitely right. It's better to weaponize it. Like, double down on it on the fun side and the healthy side, of course.
Exactly. Hello,
Prim. Thank you for saying hello. Chat. Dog brain? What do you mean, dog brain? Well, anyways, let me quickly. You said you have more advices and stuff like that. I brought a picture here. I accidentally opened it too early. I keep accidentally opening stuff. I keep accidentally opening stuff all the time. Anyways, it's time to play Context Please, which is I bring a picture either for my stream, a clip, or something that I found on your Twitter. You just have to give us context. Do you see the image on the screen?
I see the "You Are Dead" from when I was playing, I think, Resident Evil.
That is correct. You remember the context. Can you give us the context of that clip?
So this was, I'm pretty sure the quote after is "Fuck you, Ninja."
Yes, that is true.
Because I was playing the Resident Evil 4 remake. I never played the games prior. And there's a part in it where you can go under the dock and you shoot some fish. And if you do that, like, the big monster jumps out of the lake and kills you. That is literally what had just happened right there. Because Ninja was telling me to go up to the dock and shoot all the fish because I get something for it. So I remember that time.
Oh, yeah. I was hydrating. Thank you for the hydrate redeem and reminded me that I have to do that. But yeah, the water, the shooting the fish from Resident Evil, it's the old trick. It gets every streamer. Well, most streamers.
I found that out afterwards. I saw all the clips.
I love Batsick Gaming when I'm allowed, because I love talking to people like, hey, do this, hey, do that, hey, jump through that hole. There's definitely a bonus right there. Ain't no bonus down there saying fuck you.
You are the Dark Souls messages leading everyone to die.
Yeah. I allow Batsick Gaming. I know I respect when people say that they don't want to hear anything because they want to experience they want to enjoy the experience raw. But I let chat go wild. I mean, if I have ADHD, I want them to have ADHD with me. Like, oh, Satan, do this, do that, do this, do this. I'm like, yo, okay, fine. I'll catch this Pokemon, and then I'll go do shiny hunting over there. Oh, there's a trainer over there. Joe, Satan, get that power up over there, get that Pokemon. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. I try to go as hectic as possible in my streams. But I do have days where I just like, I am transparent as possible and tell them that I am in immersive mode. I'm just trying to consume the story. No funnies, no sexy moments. In fact, I do go as far, and this is something that I started saying in chat. You know what? I want less distraction. I want chat to be less distracted. Just gonna put like my VTuber and unhide it, like, so you don't see my chest at this point.
Immerse yourself in the story with me.
Yeah. Don't stare at anything else but the story. Like I hide myself. If I need to hide myself even lower, it's like. You keep talking. The more you talk, the more I'm gonna start hiding.
It just eventually is just nothing. I'm not there.
Yeah. Oh Lord. And also, oh wait, this is a good opportunity. Let's stack them in my head. No, this is. Please ignore me. That's just my idea.
No, I mean, do it. Follow the dopamine. Have fun.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Okay, are they all hanging? Oh no, only one did. Okay, there you go. Slime. Oh, the other one is it an item? Yeah, it's an item. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, with the advice that you gave us about the chat and the layouts and learning about your setup and all that stuff, something that I've been meaning to ask people is how. This is the first person that I've asked this, honestly. How much do you think about your own layout? Because I seen your VTuber right now, it's like facing like this way. And I wonder how deeply people think about their setup in particular. Do you want to like always have your VTuber facing on the bottom right of the screen? Your font and all that stuff. Do you think about that kind of stuff? Or is it just me where I'm trying to be like, oh, my things are not okay because my OBS is a mess. I try to like move it as much as possible. Speaking of OBS, my computer's Windows protection.
Much,
yeah.
I like setting things up, and I like having everything kind of like, I don't want to say branding because I don't think of it like that, but it kind of is just like cohesion. Like I like it all to be like the same type of feel. The model, the reason I put it where I put it is specifically because of something from a while ago. My friend was doing Twitch for the first time. They were watching a lot of videos from Harris Heller. And so on Twitch, he was talking about where to put your camera or something and why so many streamers put it in like the middle of the screen. And it comes down to the fact that when you're on like a page or you're on a discovery section, you have something, you have like the view count on the top left in the video, and you have the live button in the bottom left. So if you have something down there, no one's going to see it. So you want it to be in a spot where someone can see it. And I kind of settled on the bottom right because it was still kind of like there, but it allowed things to work so well and to kind of look nice. And then as far as overlays go, I wanted that kind of island overlooking the ocean kind of vibe to it. Okay. And when I worked with someone to do the overlay, they were like, I got you. I just wanted to kind of have like sunset, sunrise, and all that stuff throughout the day. So it was still cohesive in the same area, but it gave the same feeling of like a beginning, a middle, and an end. Because I just like having things be like very telling to each other. And that's just like, that's again, like it's all personal, right? Some people really work well with the whole, I'm gonna throw all this stuff and what sticks fits and what works and I'm gonna do this in this moment, and that's great. I get so freaked out when I want to do so many things, I just don't do anything. Yeah, no. So having it all like laid out in front of me to do it, it helps a lot. No, that's understandable. I really want to focus on like the educational side. That's why I asked for people like to share their advices on streaming, and this is why I've been asking these questions. You're like the first trial of all these stuff, because I asked people about streaming advice at the end, but I wanted to know more in depth, like what kind of things they can learn. And thank you for answering like that.
It's honestly like right now you had me
Oh,
looking
yeah, of
at the
course.
homepage of Twitch to see like, oh yeah, look at people, they're on the bottom right. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense. I do use the bottom right too. I guess it was just like a habit that I caught from most people. But when it comes to like YouTube, if I stream on YouTube, I'd rather be on the bottom left because on the bottom right there's something else on YouTube. I think it's covered by, I think it's a timer or something like that. So it's
I think it is. Yeah,
because I stream on both. I stream on
and it's also
Sundays on
it's
YouTube.
the platform you're on and what you see.
Exactly.
I didn't know you did YouTube as well.
Yeah,
Cool.
I do. Every Sunday at around the same time as this, I usually do like a podcast, which is like my own personal podcast where I tell people what I've been up to, internet news. Sometimes I talk about drama and give my own thoughts on it, or just generally like plans of the week. It's called the Insane Podcast.
I've seen you post about that. I didn't know it was streamed though.
Yeah, it's a YouTube stream. It's I never ever done that on Twitch, and I don't know if I'm gonna change. I thought about changing recently, but nah, I think I want to keep it on YouTube. I think it's the most organic way for me. I think, and this is a topic that I people talk about this all the time because you know the whole Kick is a new platform, or the YouTube is a viable platform now because Twitch is going down, and oh no, it's never going down. It's too powerful to go down.
Yeah,
It's
my God.
but
so
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. that's a whole other thing to me.
Yeah.
Is everyone always jumping ship and being like, I'm terrified because of this, or this is happening. Like everyone jumping from Twitter to like Blue Sky or wherever right now. The thing that's never going to cause these platforms to actually die is the familiarity. Is everyone really hates the tiniest bit of change. And unless someone does a Twitch site or a Twitch competitor that is bar for bar the exact same as Twitch, so that the user interface is the exact same, there will never really be competition. Because I remember when Mixer was a thing, and it was, by all accounts, a very good streaming platform, a very good site for a lot of people. It was really good to its creators. Yeah. But no one wanted to go for the dumbest reason. They didn't like the, I think it was like the flares or like their version of bits. They did not like how Mixer did bits, so a lot of people didn't go over. For one thing. For one thing. So it's really just, it's about that familiarity. People have been on these sites for so long that's like, this is where I want to be, and this is where I'm gonna stay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's true. Twitch is too powerful at the end of the day. What can and honestly, even though I try all of them, at some point I think the Twitch has got it right. If only they listened a bit more through like the other criticism to fix it a little better.
Yeah.
But whatever. It is what it is.
That'd be awesome.
All right, so here's another topic, and this one's let's go back to like the whole hot takes, is in case you have anything you want to warn us about the VTuber community. And the question is, do you have any hot takes on the VTuber community? Hear me out. Okay,
I'm very much okay. So one thing I see too much in the VTuber community that needs to stop is sympathy baiting, hate baiting, rage baiting, and like anything that is literally just here to just be like, oh my god, woe is me, let's do this, can I please get some help? Like, I understand people fall on hard times, once in a while, and I'm fully in support. Like, if you need to just fund me, yes, but if it's every other week, I'm just sitting here like, okay, why? Like it kind of bugs me because a lot of creators, and this is a really big thing when you're jumping into content creation, is don't go put all your eggs in one basket, please. You're gonna end up in situations that you really don't want to be in because you don't have another job. This is what you're doing. You had that one really good month, and you're like, I can go do this full time. I'm quit my job and do this. And then I see people refuse to get like another job to keep themselves stable, and then they just pander to the community consistently to be like, can I please get this help? Can I please get this? Can I please get this? Can I please get this? I need this. I need it. And it's just like,
oof. Yeah.
And I see it too often. And it's really sad because a lot of the times the community enables it. And like, that might be a hot take. And I'm not saying that anyone deserves to be in a bad place. No one deserves to be in a bad place. Everyone deserves to have the time, the money to support themselves. But also, if you're just going to everyone else consistently for help instead of helping yourself and putting yourself in a better position, you're consistently you're furthering a cycle that needs to stop. And you need to evaluate that. Same with like, I see this one a lot on Twitter. It's rage baiting or hate baiting or something like this. Ooh. It goes, X type of VTuber is blah. X type of VTuber is this. X type of VTuber is that.
Oh God.
So, and you know, it's specifically meant to bait and make people angry, right? And to make a specific community or group of people angry. I think those are the number one things that I want to see stop. And I think would be my hottest takes. And I don't really have too much issues with this community just because it is so friendly and it is so kind. But sometimes kindness like that does breed like that kind of headspace, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any hot takes you want to run by me?
No. Let's see. If I were to bounce from what you were talking about, the whole rage baiting recently, I mean, this one isn't recent, but I got a couple. I guess one of the things is that it's the absurd amount of hate for like male VTubers, and it's like people trying to like always like bring it out there. It's always like, it doesn't come from a lot of people. It's a very small minority. But when it comes to like the big corporation fanatics, the fandom from that side definitely does like try to like shun male VTubers, and that's one that I always like hate. And yeah, it's, I don't know.
Yeah, I actually, it's funny you say that because I literally just saw someone being like, let's bring back love and support for male VTubers, and I'm just sitting here like, that needs to stop. Stuff like that needs to stop. And then on the adverse end, I think, I feel like the hatred for, you know, quote unquote titty streamers or whatever needs to stop as well.
Yeah.
Every time that topic comes up, I just sit here like, shut up. Please shut up. Just, like every time someone's like, why are they doing this? You're stealing my views.
And sometimes it comes from like the people who like barely stream or barely lift a finger. And I said it. And not you. I said that.
Yeah, they don't.
That's goddamn.
They don't try to do it. Like, I will stand by all my opinions. If I've said it, I've said it.
That's fair.
But straight up, the people who are like, your tits are stealing my views. No, they're not. You're not putting in the work. You're not actually doing the thing. You're not actually like trying. So many people that this is gonna be a real one, a real hot take. A lot of people who are just like, I'm not growing. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. You need to understand. You need to do work. It's not clicking go live or hitting record and shooting something off into the ether. You have billions of people doing that every single day. Why are they going to look at Joe Schmo over here when they have Ninja over there? And you got to actually put the work into it. And that's only if you want to pursue it. I love these.
The comments?
So much.
There's a lot of titty comments in there.
Yeah, I love that.
There's a lot of tits comment. Justice for male titty streamer. Personality isn't stored in the tits. Calm the calamities. That is your memories.
God damn it, Ryan.
Too many.
You gotta meet people. You definitely like Joker's completely right. You got
playing with your friends. Hi, Red Joker. I've been meaning to say that. How about here? My ADAC was trying to say, oh my God, Joker is here. Red Joker is here. It's like, I just mentioned you earlier. Hi, how you doing? Precious Bean as well. Another person was here on the show too. In this very same background, actually. Coincidentally, it's because of all the red. We all match. I like to match.
Yeah, isn't this Persona 5 Mementos?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
As a background?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I thought so.
I'm sorry. Yes, I don't worry. I'm not stopping. My bad. I'm interrupting you.
No, you're all good.
I get too excited when I see friends
each other a lot.
It happens. Hey, I've seen you do collabs with other people, and that's also something that I like to. I mean, I asked for a Joker about that, but it's about the whole networking and playing with your friends instead of like crying about it online. Just have fun. This is primarily meant to be a hobby. Don't take it as a competition.
Exactly. Like that's the number one thing. I think the hard truth that a lot of creators, especially starting out, need to realize is you can spend hundreds of hours like putting yourself out there, hours of making a video that you think is just so damn good, and no one's gonna, because there are so many other people doing it at that moment that unfortunately it's not like old YouTube. It's not like when content creation was just starting. There is so much in this industry that is luck based. It is right place, right time, and like beyond blah blah blah. Like do the best thing, follow the trend. But luck is a very big part at this point.
Funny you mentioned luck. That was like the topic of last week on my last podcast. The topic was luck versus skill. Is it a skill issue that some people don't become popular, or is it entirely on luck? What do you think about that? Can I bring that topic?
I will definitely base luck. I will definitely say luck. Because you can have someone who is barely entertaining, who doesn't really talk to chat, doesn't do anything, but because one video or they jumped on one trend at the right time, they blew up. I will definitely say it is way more luck based than skill based. Because I've seen so many people like blow up because of like viral TikTok or something they posted on YouTube or a Twitter post, and that's it. And they had put like nothing else into the dumb NPC trend. Yeah, there's like all this different things that, because I know some creators who are amazing at talking to chat, amazing with content, and amazing with everything else. But because they're not out there enough, no one can really see them, and they haven't been lucky enough to have been found. There's amazing creators everywhere, and a new one comes out every day that's really, really good. But just because of that doesn't mean that, unfortunately, they're going to go where they want to go. So going into this just being like, I'm going to have fun, and if something happens, is going to be the best mindset with it, because it's so oversaturated. This is, I think, influencer or content creators like the third most wanted job by like middle schoolers right now.
Yeah, becoming before it was like, I want to be like PewDiePie, a YouTuber. And now it's like being a streamer.
Yep.
Yeah, the game has changed. Sorry, I was putting the microphone when you were saying that. It seemed important because it was a question. I guess I also need to put that.
No, you are all good.
I need to put the microphone next to a little guy. Hey, you got something to say too? That's like the one on the head. That'll make for a good clip. I'll do something. I'll show you later.
Oh my lord.
Why do I feel saying just needs a spoon? Are they saying? Are you implying
no.
that? Are you implying that I can eat you? Shit! What an opportunity!
No.
Just give me just a taste, please.
I say no.
No. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna stop being weird. I'm gonna stop being weird.
Not at all.
Eat the jelly. All right, let me return to a more normal size. Anyways, chat. think we can wrap it up with those advice. That was it's really good advice from Neil. I can't pronounce now. You got me now. My brain is it's like wired to not read the word. I want to say Ciaran. It's Ciaran, and I my brain is like
fine. It's completely
Ciaran.
fine.
I can't give you the previous name. Just a little taste. No, Eleanor, stop. Anyways, any parting words for our guests? You want to do my YouTube outro?
Let's see, you true. Oh, hold on. Let me go over here real quick, guys. Okay. Don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell, everyone. We got this.
Yo, let's go. Ciaran, medium rare, Neil.
That's something I do too often.
Wait, oh, you do that too.
Yeah, I like making fun of like the stereotypical like
YouTuber.
streamer and YouTube things.
Oh my goodness. Man, that was a wonderful time. We went a little bit over the time, but yo, it's because I was learning so much from you, and it was such a blast having you here. Anything else you want to share with us?
Absolute pleasure.
Oh.
No, thank you so much for having me. Chat's been great. Your community is always like so welcoming to everyone you have on here. So
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think they're a bit exhausted. I was streaming way too much this week. But and I'm gonna keep streaming after this.
I was about to say, I think I've seen you live almost every single day.
Yeah, I've been trying. I've been getting a bit more stamina. But yeah, anyways, chat, I gotta say to you, thank you so much for stopping yet again for another episode of the Vtuber Chat Show. I've been your host for today, Neo Sane, and together with Ciaran Knil. Did I say that right? Ciaran?
Hey, you did it.
Yeah, we go. Let's go. I'm gonna be taking some time to speak with the guests, but I'll be right back after like half an hour. I'm gonna stop the stream now, and I'll see you later. Do you want to honor the raid? Do you want to honor a raid for someone? Or anyway, if not, that's okay.
I think I know.
You go? Okay, give us a raid.
I think I know who I will.
Type it in the Twitch chat if you can, because my OBS is being taken over by you. I mean, my Discord is being. If I click on your Discord, it's gonna minimize you.
There we go.
Yo, let's go. Let's raid quickly, and I'm gonna be tuning into the channel. Well, I'll be right back. Please. I'll be finishing Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. It's a finale. It's a finale for sure tonight.
Ooh.
So yeah. That's why I wanted to say Link earlier.
I will never say that ever again in my life.
Wait, what?
I will never say it's the last episode, I promise, ever again.
Oh god. That seems like some other, like another story for another day, probably.
Yep.
Anyways, chat, see you later. And thank you so much, Ciaran, for being here with us. And let's head over with the raid.
Of course.
Everybody, you have a good night. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.